explaining dictionary once again with a in and not in membership operator. Okay, let us see some practical activity on this particular thing. All right, so first we are coming to the interactive mode. Okay, and here the in operator checks whether a particular key is there in the dictionary or not. It turns true if the element appears in the dictionary and otherwise return false. So let us take a dictionary first. Okay, say we are taking a dictionary called week once again. So take in small letter week, and then you will say, you know how to create the dictionary now. On now you say out here I'm giving the Monday, mon, and then giving out here Monday. All right, sorry, yes, Monday. All right, comma, and then you can give Tuesday out here, then you can give here Tuesday. Okay, Tuesday, Tuesday. Okay, that also can be created either in single quote or in double quote. That is not the thing. Okay, so now what is happening out here? Now say it is Wednesday, WED, and you have given out here Wednesday, WED. Sorry, it's given in double quotes, Wednesday. All right, so and then what else you can give out here? So let us maximize the screen once. Okay, and then put a comma always out here, because here if you put here we have forgotten to give a comma out here, so it has to be given here only comma. All right, then the Wednesday, and then here the comma will be appearing, and then here Thursday, THUR colon THURSDAY, Thursday. All right, so these are the four elements of the dictionary and it has been created successfully. Fine, let us see once, check. Okay, WWK week. Okay, so the dictionary has been printed. Fine, now we will check the associativity whether it is present or not. Now we are whatever giving actually here what we are giving out here, now we are giving out here say Tuesday, TV 2. Okay, okay, in what you will give week. All right, so then it is showing me true. So after giving, you see out here one thing to be noticeable, that whether you are given in single quote and double quote, it doesn't matter, it will always show you. Suppose I'm giving out here fry in week. Okay, in week, so Friday, what the result? Let us see. It returns always the boolean literal true or false. So is Friday is available? No, it is not available. It should come here false, so it has become false. So this is the false out here. And not in, say it will give the reverse result. Suppose say if I am giving out here, sorry, say fry. Okay, suppose say like this fry, and here I am giving not in week. Okay, so it will give you true. Okay, just reverting the output. So that is the purpose of the in operator out here. Okay, associativity. Not in means just the reverse. So suppose I'm giving out here TUE out here, and then in, not in, not in week. Okay, so what is the thing? Sorry, not in, it will be not in week dictionary. Okay, it's showing me false, but 2 is existing out here. So what is coming in the in, that will just be reversed in not in. Fine, so that is the thing. So in this way the dictionary elements can be accessed by using the in and not in, whether it is present or it is absent in that particular dictionary or not. So this is the purpose of the in and not in operator, membership operator, I mean in dictionary. Okay, so you can find out the length of a dictionary by using simply the len command. Okay, len method, I mean this method returns the number of key value pairs in the given dictionary. The purpose is len. Okay, len, then you are giving out a week out here, so len week. Okay, inside that then week is the dictionary concerned, so it is having the 4 keys 1 2 3 4, so the 4 has been printed out here. That is the purpose of the len. If you want to remove all the elements from the dictionary, then in that case what could you do? You can use the clear method. Okay, it removes all items from the particular dictionary. So what the command you will give? D dot clear, clear. All right, so d dot clear means what? So not d is the dictionary name, I mean, so here it will be week dot clear. So week dot clear if you give, then what will happen? Dictionary will be cleared out. Now you give the week and try to print it out, it is showing you the null dictionary, nothing is there. All right, that is the thing. All right, so this way what could you do? That you can do this particular things by using, these are the commands that I taught you today. So what is the thing? One is the membership operator and one len, another is clear. Okay, this is the purpose. Now we are coming to the get method. The get method returns a value for the given key. If the key is not available, then returns default value none. Okay, what is the default value? It returns the default value as none. So let us do a demonstration on this thing, what you call, um, this get method. So opening a new file out here and creating a dictionary. Okay, so the use of get method, okay, use of get method. All right, get method. Let's see. I'm just writing the program. So every steps are being practical out here. Okay, so the syntax of the get method is that dictionary get, then key, and then default equals to null. Means I mean to say like this, dict dot get, and then you can write out here in the bracket key. Okay, this is the syntax I'm writing. Okay, key comma default. What is that? Default, fault, default equals to none. Okay, you have to give it in this way, none. All right, this is the particular get method syntax. All right, so what did you do that? We will use this definitely in the program. Let us create a dictionary first of all. So now I'm creating a dictionary d1 equals to, we're giving out here like this. One is actually Sunday. All right, Sunday. All right, next is 2 is actually Monday. Okay, and then 3 is Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, then and then you are adding 4 is, sorry, here it will be closed. 4 is, I'm writing here 4 is Thursday, this much. All right, so I've written it here and it has been completed out here. It has been completed out here. All right, so the dictionary has been completed. Now what will you do? D1 is the capital key. D1 dot, what is the thing? Get equals to what we are writing, you see out here. Here we are writing 3. Okay, here we are writing 3. All right, d1 dot get, it is actually 3. And then when we will print d1, okay, and then we are giving out a print and the bracket I am writing, sorry, here I'm writing out here print d1 dot get equals to d1 dot get equals to 3. And then what is happening out here, and then next we are giving out here print here d1 dot get within bracket d1 dot get within bracket, I'm writing out here what, that is 3. All right, 3, and then closing the bracket out here. Here I'm writing, okay, this one I'm removing just now. Okay, and what I'm doing out here, and d1 print, I'm writing print d1 dot get, and within bracket I'm giving out here 5. Okay, and then this one been taken. Now default is none, so we don't need to give it like that. So this is the key, that you have used, and default is none, so no need to mention anything out here. So just this program, a small program you can say, a small coding you can say, and then run this program. Let's see now what is happening. Dictionary get method, what does it say? Let us see. Okay, so d1 dot get 3 and d1 dot get 5, what is actually being printed? Okay, so let me save it. Dict get, okay, method is there. Okay, so this I'm just saving it out here, then it will be executed. Okay, so let us see. Now let's get the output once. Okay, so what is the thing out here, you can check out. So here it has come exactly Wednesday, and then none has come. So get 3 is what? Wednesday, and then get 5 is not available out here, that's why it is showing you none. If it would have been available, then it would have give the value. So this is the purpose of the get method. All right, that is the thing. So we can specify our own message also instead of this. So suppose if you want to give it like this, get 3, and then say you have to give it like this comma, and then say you have to write here Wednesday. You can write it like this. Today is Wednesday, suppose I am writing today is Wednesday, and then run the program. So in this way we can give our own message also by using the this thing. And here I am giving another message, it is not available, it is not available. Okay, you see the output now, check the output. let's see now, run. I'm executing. So this is actually the second one, default value. Okay, default value, if you don't give anything, then the none will appearing. None will be appearing. And then if you are giving something, then what is appearing? Let's see. So Wednesday, okay, and it is not available. Both the methods are appearing. Okay, so you see out here. So the thing is that it is not available has been appeared instead of now out here. Understood? So that is the thing. So in this way, here we have specified our own message, but if the key exists, then it will return its value, not customized. Remember one thing, why it has come. So you may have question on this one, sir. This one has not come out here. Today is Wednesday. You said that it will be come, but it's not coming. But the thing is that this is the description of the dictionary. If the key is available, then the default one will not come. Only the value will be shown. But if it is not available, in that case, only the default will be changed into whatever message you have given. That's why in case of the get 3, whenever you are written 3 is available, so it is showing the value directly. And get 5 is not available, so it is showing you it is not available. So this exceptions you have to remember. Okay, that is the thing. So the thing is that this particular thing, this particular exceptional cases you have to remember always. Okay, otherwise, okay, sometimes the questions are given, you will not be able to print the output properly. So that's what actually I mean to say. Now let us take one more this thing. Let us take one dictionary out here. Okay, this way the dictionary I will take, this same dictionary I will take out here from this program, whatever I've taken. So I'm bringing it back. So I'm copying it down from here. Okay, control C is the command to copy everywhere, wherever you want. Sorry. Okay, so the thing is that here you come over and here you try it out. You give here control V. So the dictionary has been come out over here. Now the thing is that if you are giving d dot items, okay, this is a new method for you, new command for you, d dot items. Let's see then what is happening. Okay, so d is not available out here, that's why it is showing d1 actually. I'm sorry, d1. Okay, d1 dot items. Okay, items. All right, and then you give it, close it, and then you see the total dictionary has been printed. Have you seen it? This is the thing. All right, so the total dictionary has been printed if you're giving items. Okay, this is actually different from print command, because in print command dictionary values are written in the brackets and the key value pair is separated by colon, but here the whole thing has been appeared, the entire dictionary has been appeared out here. Okay, that is the thing. So that you have to work on it and you have to understand this purpose. Okay, that is the thing. So let me take it, it's another one. Okay, so what is happening, in fact, you see out here. Okay, so this I'm actually taking it out from this one, so it will be easy for you to understand. Okay, this is the this is the not correct command, this is the incorrect command, this is the one, this is the correct command. All right, so now coming over here and again storing it into it. Okay, so that is thing. So these are the practical things which I'm going to give you. Okay, which I'm going to assign you, so we'll take it later on. Okay, from it, so let us close this one and then go back to our own program once again. So now the thing is that this dictionary I will take it back once again, and I will take it into a new file. So now what we will see the keys. All right, we will see the use of key method, use of keys method. Okay, this one we will see. Now I'm taking this dictionary, and then what I'm doing that print I'm doing simply d1 dot keys. What does it do? Let us see once. Okay, then I'm executing this program and see what is happening out here. Let's see that the dict keys method. All right, dict keys. All right, now let's see what is the output. Okay, see 1 2 3 4 is the output. What does it show you? These are the keys 1 2 3 4. Okay, so in this way you will be able to find out the keys. All right, so if you are giving out here this items and all, if you want to print out here, print, and here you are giving say d1 dot item, same thing will happen. You will be able to see both the things together. All right, so now I'm giving out here, you see, check out, these are the practical activities. So you must not forget that these things, these exceptional cases, like I had discussed right now, what is the difference between what is the difference between, I'm sorry, there's a bit wrong. Okay, here I forget to give this one. Okay, sorry. Okay, the difference between print and items command and all. Okay, that is the thing. So while printing, you have to give what is the difference. Once again, I'm discussing. While printing, you have to give the values written in the curly braces of the dictionary, and key value pair is separated by colon. Now you see it has come the enter dictionary. Okay, enter dictionary, how it is appearing, and here it is showing you the keys simply. All right, that's what the thing is actually been printed out here. So that is the purpose of the items command, you know. Achha. Next is coming to the values. So the same command I will use out here, print, okay, all the things together, d1 dot what values. All right, values, and I'm just closing it and then executing this one. Now you see you will be able to judge the output yourself whenever you are viewing the output. You see, check out here. Okay, now it is, see what does it gives, 1 2 3 4, then it is giving the items, then it is giving the values. So this is the key and this is the value. So key value pair makes a dictionary. Fine. So these are the different values that has been printed, these are the different methods, I think, keys, items and values that we have seen today. That is the purpose and the functionality. All right, so in the next class we will use some of its application by using this particular command. Okay, then you will be able to understand its usage. Fine. Okay, till then you apply these things in the practicals. Okay, and definitely you should implement it with the different values, different dictionary. You have seen the different way the dictionaries that I have taken while doing the practical demonstration. Okay, and similarly you will do the same. All right, thank you.